Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Edit Place, and today we're doing kind of another editor react sort of video. You guys seem to like the first one with Avid. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go check it out after this one. Card above or link in the description. And today we're going to be trying out Adobe Rush. Now, if you have no idea what Rush is, I wouldn't blame you, because Adobe has like a billion apps, and it's one of the most confusing things about Adobe is it seems like if they have one completely standout feature idea for a software, they're like, hey, let's just make a whole new dedicated app. So its intended purpose was to be a more simplified version of Premiere Pro that also had a mobile version so you could sync projects and media and do everything in between. And what I want to see is how different it is from Adobe Premiere, since I myself have used Adobe Premiere for many years. I'm a DaVinci Resolve user mainly now, but I still keep up to date in Premiere. It'll be interesting to see how professional of work you can do inside Adobe Rush, and then we're going to sync it over and see how the projects sync over to the mobile version, if it can handle professional grade footage. So let's see what Rush can do. Hello, man. You gonna record a video with me? Can you say things into the mic? Go hello. Are you gonna start editing? Alrighty, and let's jump in to Rush on the Mac here. All right, so instantly goes full screen. Looks like we got some test projects here. All right, so the fact that their test projects are in vertical and obvious selfies, you definitely know that this isn't being marketed towards professional editors. Nonetheless, let's check it out. So new project, name your new project all the way down in the corner. That's kind of a weird design. AirPods versus Galaxy Buds Pro, as we will be using footage from my AirPods versus Galaxy Buds Pro video. If you haven't checked that out on my main channel, link in the description. And I want to end tutorials because we don't need tutorials. Select media to create new projects. So I have the media being stored on here. Just going to grab all these clips. And basically, because I knew the software probably wasn't going to play nice, especially once we got to mobile with B-raw clips, I took that project from Resolve and I exported all of the individual clips out as H.264 files just in 1080p. So this isn't going to be a test for like performance with 6K footage or anything. I just wanted files that could easily be handled. Literally all of these clips together is like 3 gigs. So we have a pretty basic interface here. We got our timeline with our clips on the bottom. We got our single viewer up here. Looks like we have home, edit, share. That's probably the export screen. Yep. We got a plus button over here. Can add media, graphics, audio, or voiceover. Pretty cool. And looks like a bin. All right. So here's all of our projects, assets that we can put into here. Can you add a new bin? So it doesn't look like you can have multiple bins. So huge projects, you're probably not going to be able to organize into certain folders for like A-roll assets, B-roll music, stuff like that. It's all going to be in one bin for it. Didn't mean to do that, but it looks like we can indeed have multiple layered clips. Can we have more than 2? Can we have 4? All right. Can we get one more? One more maybe? Can't do too much to customize the layout at all. Obviously, you can shrink the window and basically acts as one of those responsive websites where auto resizes, but doesn't look like I can change the view of the viewer or anything. All right, and obviously all those clips don't make sense. I see something up here, sharing optimized clips. Let's see what else we got down here. Looks like we got split your clip. So obviously that's just going to be a cut. Is there also a shortcut for it? Now, since Rush was primarily made for iPads, iPhones, it makes sense that you don't have keyboard shortcuts per se. Yeah, the usual Command B, B, V, that stuff's not working at all. So on-screen controls it is. Here you can also duplicate. All right, that duplicates clip. Trash, that's going to be obvious. Oh, this kind of expands the audio. So that way, if you're working with waveforms, cool, you can do pinch to zoom on a trackpad. Here we can see our layers. You can lock them, hide them, mute them. And let's see what we got going on in the top right. Looks like we got some titles. I gotta say, this interface is pretty sluggish. All right, so we got titles here. There's a ton of options in here. I mean, just literally quickly scrolling. It seems like no matter what your style is, they have something for you. They even have callouts. These aren't like tracked and stuff, right? Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's built-in tracking or anything, so it would just be a stationary callout, but still cool. And let's see, can I scrub through these to get a live preview? Doesn't look like it. So it looks like you either have to double click or drag it in to see what it's all about. Let's see, we also got transitional graphics. That's pretty cool. That you don't see a whole lot of included. If you're going from like an intro or something. Oh, it is a snapping timeline. Just noticed that. So if I delete this clip, it automatically snaps them over. Let's see, we also got overlays. Honestly, I would probably just use Rush for the motion graphics and assets alone. Is this a subscribe button? All right, how do I type that in? All right, that's pretty neat. Bunch of really cool overlay assets. On the right here, again, we got transitions, pretty much all the same stuff. Slide up and down, push, dissolves, blacks, pan zooms. That's really helpful. Auto reframe, I know everyone was talking about. So if you're going from like 16:9 footage and you need to now have a vertical framing, that you can do auto reframe and it will essentially track your subject so that it stays within that 9:16 frame. Here's the one I'm always interested in. We got color, very basic rudimentary color and exposure controls, almost like the equivalent to Lightroom. I wouldn't really call this a color grading tool. Edited footage like this, and you need to make minor corrections. So, I want to, brighten it up a bit, maybe add a little bit more contrast, bring down the highlights. Maybe it needs a little bit more vibrancy, kind of more fine adjustments. Like if you have log footage and you bring that into here, that's not going to go so well. Okay, so you can do speed ramping and general speed controls. Skipped over one. Audio. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can go in audio, change the type. So is it VO? Is it music? Basically all the most important stuff that the average basic edit would need. And that's cool. They have auto duck. That's simply where if you start talking, the music will dip to make sure that your voice can be heard. And then when you stop talking, go back to B-roll or whatever, it will raise back up. So that is a really cool built-in feature. And honestly, in terms of the interface and what you can do, that looks to be it. Nothing too extra in the menu systems. Basically all just the same thing from before. Anything in preferences? Wow, really nothing in here. And then here's where you can do that quick change for aspect ratio. So again, if I go 9:16 auto reframe, I can now enable that. And you saw that it moved the headphones a little bit more center. That's really impressive. And now I want to see what I can share. So I can go local, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Now here's the real question is, does this just automatically get saved? I don't have to export it to the cloud or anything, because right here, we can see that these have a cloud icon to them. So now I'm going to head to my phone here. Look at that. Project's there, but is all the footage. What? All right, so I can see at the top it's downloading the media. So this is almost done. Now again, remember this was only about 3 gigs worth of footage. I don't see the graphics pop up. Looks like we have all the same controls on here, which again makes sense. It was primarily made for Global First. Now you can even go in and record a voiceover. Hey, so I'm recording a voiceover. Pretty cool. Actually, I'm recording through my screen recording, so nothing actually may come up. Either way, pretty cool. No, it actually put it there. If I were to leave this, say overwrite, and the voiceover's there, would you look at that? That's really cool. Now, I don't know why all these clips aren't showing up. I don't know if they haven't downloaded. So I don't know if that's a user error or some sort of bug. Yeah, so Adobe Rush is really cool. I think if you're doing especially vlog stuff, social media stuff, personally, if you are vlogging on your phone or trying to do travel videos or whatever along that sort of line, this seems like the perfect system. Being able to record a bunch of stuff on your phone or maybe a camera that you can then sync the footage to a mobile device really easily, And then you could almost start the edit on there, maybe while you're on like a plane in the car. And then if you want to get home to your desktop computer to kind of finish it off with a nice bigger screen, everything syncs and updates really easily. Continue the project there, and then, oh, you got to go back out somewhere. Your project's instantly there. I didn't have to export a project file. I didn't even know I was uploading footage. It still has some kinks to work out in it, I think, and hope to see more features added to it. But all of the important editing features are definitely there. And so is it a professional grade software? No, but for a beginner to, I'd say, intermediate type stuff, you could absolutely make some really cool things with it. So definitely check it out in the link in the description below. And if this video brought you any value, definitely get subscribed and come back to another Edit Place video later this week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.